sure that's working correctly. Okay, Banan Contract and Access Kilgore. Make sure you upload your decks. Swivel and Young Face Halfman. Still missing a couple of decks. I assume they're updating it right now. The volume is voluming. Okay, you guys can hear me and the music is good. Everything. We are doing a tournament from the new setup today, so do let me know if you notice any issues. There is a potato on your screen. Peru. I'm going to give a quick explanation for how this works. For anyone who's never been in a tournament before and wants to know. I'm going to share my screen real quick. Hello. So every week we do a weekly community tournament, and every week somebody asks, how do I play, or how do I, if I join, how does it work? So the way it works is you go to the tournaments.playgwent website, you find the tournament, usually mine will be here, you'll see it, you'll click join tournament, that's how you sign up. And when you join, you get to upload links. So you take your 4 different deck links and you put them here and you click save, and that's how you get your decks in there. When the tournament starts, you'll get matched with someone. So let's say I was this person and I got matched against Corvo Bianco. You'd come to this screen and it wouldn't have any like results. You would just have these icons. You would click on one and you would ban it. Because in this tournament, there's bans. The way that you know what to ban is you would go to the Players tab. So if I'm playing against Corvo Bianco, I would go to Corvo Bianco and I would open these decks. And I would look at each one, knowing my lineup and you know what I'm comfortable playing against. I would decide to like ban their Force of Nature deck. Once both players have selected a deck to ban, the bans are revealed. And then you just get a little pop-up invite right here. It's as if you're getting invited to a friendly game, but it's automatic. So that's how tournaments work as a participant. Okay, I was making a recording because that comes up all the time. Okay, so off to this week's tournament. I'm still waiting for IWG. Thank you for whatever that was. I'm waiting for a Banan Contract, Access Kilgore, and Young Face to finish uploading their decks. Homer, you're the half man, right? Stop doing jump scares. Coins are assigned randomly. When you're in a game, after you do your ban, when you get your invite, you can look at the game in the bracket, and it will show you who's got what coin. Young Face. I Love Bears is playing today in his first tournament as well. Time to rage quit a winning game. Looks like he's playing against... Why is there Frost on the board? This is the second time in a row he's facing self-wound. Okay, Young Face is verified. I'm gonna remove is Sky around? They signed up, but it looks like they won't be playing. So we have 13 people today. Hey, Xander. Decklist. Good to see you. Xander, do you hear music on the YouTube side? You should have your own personal music stream. Okay. Thank you for the bits, VG. Appreciate it. Yeah, the games are best of 3, except for the finals, which is a best of 5. Finished? Okay. All right, Bears. So I did a quick overview. I'll explain again. I'm going to go ahead and activate the bracket. So, you are going to be playing against Young Face in the first round. So, you go to the website. You'll go to your match, and then you will select what deck you want to ban. If you want to see Young Face's decks, you got to go to the Players tab. And then you go and click on all these. And then you look through them, you decide what you want to ban, you click it, and then you should have a ban button. Once both players have done their bans, you'll get a little invite as if it's an invite to a friendly game. So you'll just, as long as you're in this menu, you'll get an invite. When you get an invite, come back here. Sometimes you have to refresh the page, but you'll have a little number 1 or 2 next to each game, and that will tell you which coin you have. 1 is blue, 2 is red. But I figure you know that. Any questions? And you're welcome to stream the games. Opponents Sea of Clowns and my decks are cloudy ones. Wait, I played against Sea of Clowns on ladder. I'm pretty sure. Yesterday. And they were in fact playing a cloudy deck, maybe. Or they played it like a clown. I forget which. I'm going to go ahead and start the tournament. And start round 1. And we're going to be watching Young Face versus I Love Bears. Unless you guys want to see something else. Nera's NG deck. All right, let me fix that real quick. So usually the reason that happens is because they forget to put the HTTPS. And then the Gwent website freaks out. Yep. Okay, it should be working now. I'll check everybody else's decks. Make sure they all have their HTTPSs. That's a good game too. Halfman versus Nero. Everybody else's decks look correct. So in round one, Vintovka, Eto, Prasnik, Swivel, and opposite 17 get a free pass. Unseen Cultist versus Acid Bunny, Young Face versus I Love Bears, The Halfman versus Nero SY, Sea of Clans versus Embrino, and Azazella versus Ouija. Your build that got banned? Oh no. Or, oh yes, your opponent took the bait. You ended the stream, but you didn't raid me. I'm just kidding. That's instant disqualification from the tournament. Like, bye. Can you spectate Unseen Cultist match? If you have another observer who's willing to do it, I can add them. So I Love Bears, Self Moon deck got banned, and Young Faces Aristocrat deck got banned. Okay, so soon we should get an invite. There it is. There's the invite. And so we can go and see. Young Face will be blue coin. I Love Bears will be red coin. I'm going to click ready so they're not waiting on me. Yeah, I can't hide this taskbar, huh? Windows 11 is garbage. Windows 11 is garbage. Anybody is wondering, it is in fact garbage. Like I don't want a taskbar on every screen, but I don't know how to disable that. Okay. Let's see what Young Face brought. We won't be looking at the bad deck. So this is the Symbiosis deck, this time with Awkward. They've got Pincer Draw. It makes sense why they banned Self Moon. And they've got Blazer Glory Iced. On the other side, I Love Bears brought Self Moon, but it got banned. So they've brought Off the Books with Rune Mage, Tin Boy, Bincy, Teleports, Verification. I think they took out the decoy. They used to have a decoy as well. How do you ban? So you already advanced to the second round, Swivel. So you can't do your bans yet. You'll be able to do your bans once round 2 starts. That's probably why you're not. I know, I don't do. I'll hide that. That'll work. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be young face on blue with his Drow. Is it Drow? Wait. Yes, it is Drow. Grog inspired Zeal deck with duelers, and it's going to be Isle of Bears with his Bincy Sesame deck. And he's non-devotion. He's running Oniromancy, Teleport, Squirrel. I asked him why he's running Teleport. It's to replay Shady Vendor or Squirrel. Hey, Ash. Thought he was playing Pincer. I love Bears brought Pincer. He brought Military. You can only win once per deck. You can replay a deck you lost.
I like being killed for less.
Jeez. For each game, you can play any of your decks that you haven't already won a game with. Completely up to you. The Enraged Bear Man Hybrid descends from the forest of Art Skellig to participate in Potato Tournament. Yes, indeed. He was like, I gotta get a third and fourth deck. So today he spent today learning Syndicate. Like his name isn't a joke. He literally only played like self boots. Yeah, he had to learn. He watched Kerpiton to learn Military, and then he spent some time practicing. Syndicate. Because you need 4 factions to play in my tournament. I'm literally broadening the horizons of the Gwent community. Is there anything this potato hasn't done for you guys? I have doubled the number of factions that Bears plays.
Letters from lovers.
So we got Radovid on the board and a Redanian agent. This is a little bit Homelander-esque, I guess. But it doesn't run Viraxis. It is Devotion, this NR deck. So it does have Radovid Judgment. Looks like we're choosing one to boost. I assume it was not Enseus. It was Radovid Judgment that got boosted.
I'm an officer and a gentleman.
He may play Syndicate, but he'll only ever love the Bears. The Frigate comes down with 2 Siege Masters. That means if this isn't removed, next turn it will play for an extra 4 points. We have Oniromancy into an Aventine Ponder. Interesting. So I Love Bears wants to have a spender on the board before he plays his Sesames, I think. He gets it to 3. With Sesame, that will be 8 coins. But 3, the reason it's 3 is so he can play a Shady Vendor on the back row. He's got both Shady Vendors in hand and a Sesame. That's a lot of carryover. And he's red coins, so this is going to be pretty good for him. I anticipate the young face will try to
The morrow shall bring a better day.
oh, wow, committing me round 1. I did not expect that. I was gonna say I anticipate that young face will try and do a heavy bleed round 2 or 2-0. He does have 5 leader charges now because of Radovid. So 1 is for Selkirk, 1 is for Enseus, that's 2, 1 is for Bernard, that's 3. And I guess he can use them for Revenants as well. On the other side, we see Shady Vendor. It's going to be Sesame because Rune Mage was already played. But yeah, I love Bears plays Rune Mage because he really wants to get. He really likes Sesames. Do you think Youngface is gonna pass? With Neve? I don't know. He's got a thing giving him carryover. And like long round against a Tin Boy deck is kind of suicide.
Novigrad requires rejuvenation, a rebirth.
Scurvy? Ah, fake Elvin.
So we had a Karak Marine get played. And Bears are just going to keep playing Shady Vendors as long as he... Oh no, he's going to play Tin Boy. Wow. Okay, because of the Neve. He's going to play his Tin Boy now. Interesting. And he did pay tribute, so it hit both rows. But Youngface just drops a PFI and clicks, and he gets a decent amount of bodies for me. This is basically a multi-use Bone Talisman. Boosts every unit by 1. I Love Bears has another Shady Vendor, a Sesame, and a Teleport. So he's not going anywhere. He's gonna avail himself of his red coin privileges for as long as possible. Youngface is trying to decide if he should pass or not. Because he is ahead by 18 points. But there's 9 coins right here. So that's not really like there's a spender and there's 9 coins, right? You're not really ahead by 18. You're ahead by at most 9. 9 is trivial to get in one round. So here comes Carabalista. And choosing what to boost. It is once again Radovid Judgment. And I Love Bears will pass. Okay. I wonder what he put on top with his Blightmaker. It wasn't a special, because that would have created a rat. He's got 3 Sesames in the graveyard at 6, 5, and 4. He draws... Oh, he must have put Novigrad on top. That makes sense. He draws a Novigrad. There's no Heat Wave in this deck, so it's not like it's going to get answered. He had Swirl, which he didn't play for AA, so I don't know why he's keeping it. There's no reason to... There's nothing left. Oh, because AA wasn't played. Right, that's why he's keeping it. So the question is, how much of a bleed can Youngface pull off here? He mulligans a Reinforced Ballista. Both of them, actually. And he hasn't in hand a Griffin Witcher Mentor. I think he wants to play PFI. Yeah, I'm gonna play PFI. That's 3 bodies for Drog. I Love Bears responds with Novigrad. Where's Nero? You don't have a band? Oh.
Now disperse. Go to your home.
Well, there is a 10-minute timer on bands, so if they don't do it, they will get an automatic loss. Started 13 minutes ago. Yeah, there is a Laredo in this deck as well, but it got paydayed by I Love Bears. Alright, Rain comes down for 8 points. Isla Bears is going to teleport his shitty vendor now. If anybody has a way of getting a hold of Nero, please let me know. But it sounds like we have a no-show. I thought we might get one or two because we were supposed to have a tournament last week and then we got postponed. A couple of people might have signed up for last week, not this week. But if they don't do it, you get a free pass. Enjoy your win. Now draw comes down. And there's not much Isle of Bears can do about it. He's got 3 sesames in the graveyard. I mean, he could wipe this whole board, but then he wouldn't have any of his carryover. So what is he gonna do? His Novigrad Justice is bricked. Going to Oniro for an Oxenford card.
Lay down your hand. You have no
And he's gonna click the Novigrad. And gets a Chorus Flax,
Novigrad's built.
which helps him boost the guard. 4 power. And he spends down to 1 coin so that with the 1 coin from Novigrad, he'll be at 2 again. You want to be at an even number of coins. He already had King of Beggars. I guess the boosting it was more to protect it from Revenants. I think Youngface should kill the guard with a duel, since if my opponent is Oniromancying for an Oxenford guard, I'm killing that if I can. Wouldn't you guys? Wow, Youngface will just pass. I guess he sees that this board is not going to get him much value. He's hoping to kill the spenders. So he's got a Boiling Oil and then Sayus. He draws it, which he does. I mean, Sayus can kill a Brawler. But he's 5 cards against 6. It's basically 3 Sesames. And there's a Bincy. And you kind of have to kill this Bincy, because not only will you get 5 more points from Novigrad and 6 more points from Off the Books Leader, you're also going to get an extra 12 points from these Sesames. And the question is, will it get locked or will it get killed? So I drew bad. They did miss Novigrad Justice anywhere else, but I don't think it matters at all. I think what matters is they have Oxenford Guard, they have multiple spenders, and they have 3 Sesames. The Youngface will answer Bincy with a lock. Isle of Bears doesn't have a Purify in this deck, so this makes sense. This should be here, a Reinforced Ballista, get that engine going. Justice, well, right. But you would, if you had Justice, you would mulligan one of these. Reinforced Ballista on the back row and a leader, because we have extra leaders to spare. Now comes the first Brawler, and he's just gonna spend to kill the engine, valuing killing the engine over spending with guard. But what I think we're gonna see is Young Face just killing the brawler with an Insidious. Well, should he? Because Insanius can kill like a 10? It will play for 14 points at least with the leader charge. But we have extra leader charges as well for that.
On guard! A duel! To a duel I challenge thee!
Yeah. Young Face is hoping to force Barretts to run out of spenders, but Barretts has like 5 spenders this round.
Should have taken the easy road.
So here comes another brawler.
Stand and fight, cowards!
This one will also go down without a punch. He's playing around Morose. The reason he's
A fitting end for a witch.
I feel like maybe buffing Marguerite was better, wasn't it? If he's gonna float the Selkirk, then it makes sense to boost another unit. It looks like that is what Young Face is gonna do. Now a Bear's just gonna drop in Eventide and get another spender. The question is, will it be Jackal or will it be Street Urchins? Are there loser brackets for a second chance? Oh man. If the trading platform wasn't so janky, I would think about doing a double elimination. But no, unfortunately there are not.
Don't get caught. Hit between the legs.
Yo, Nero. Yeah, we were wondering where you were. So you got a technical loss, but if the half man wants to play, I will reset your game. Well, yeah, from a tournament standpoint, I don't have a problem with it, but it's up to Homer.
On the count of 3!
Here comes guard. There should be more than enough in the graveyard, and there is. All you need is 2 bodies and a guard. So I Love Bears wins game number 1 with Off the Book Syndicate. Look at a new Syndicate player. I'm evil, so I'll take a win. Welcome back, Bears. Congrats on your first tournament game win. Yeah, but boo this man. Really, Homer? You're just gonna take the win? Or was that sarcasm? I can't tell. Okay, congrats. Sorry, Nero. I hope to see you next week. Ask me anything. Why did Flex get deleted? Eric Garth wants to summon a new potato. Hold on. Time to switch potatoes. Listen up! This is the best tournament, the greatest stream, and the #1 caster in all of Gwentia. That's right, you can thank Airgarth. He's a very good guy. I call him Air for short. He calls me on my cell phone sometimes, and he says, you know, Potato, you're the best Potato, and, I really like your hair. You should be president of Gwentia. Homer says, I need to win at least one game, nothing personal. Watch getting deported after the tourney. Deported from what? Maybe deported for being extremely good looking. Next on Fox, Potato gets it. Oh, God. Okay, so there's like apparently a game going on. Sorry, Xander.
Moment. Let's record. Get this done.
Dropped it. Blame Airgarth. He summoned me. He spent his points. He said he wants Potato. And that's what happened. Okay, to answer Pear, who was asking why Flex is gone. It's because I had some plans for what I would do for Flex. But I didn't get around to it, so I removed it. Because if you were to redeem it right now, you would get nothing. You'd just get scammed. So until the production team finishes their work on... Until... You want me to do the darkness?
Sure, no problem.
It's very cold out there. As you can see, global warming was a liberal hoax. It's very freezing right now. This really good guy who's not murdering an animal. He's just doing forest control to prevent forest overpopulation. He's dying from the frost. Deported. No, I think these ladies should not be blue. I think they should be like normal color. This is weird. Not much. I'm not going anywhere. I refuse to leave. I do not accept the results of the election. Looks like bears are on the rise. We're doing bear things and killing the indigenous population. I approve. I approve of killing the natives. There must only be one pure race of elves. None of this other stuff. We got Aquan. That's a late Aquan. Oh, we're calling the forest. I don't know why. Why can't we just text the forest? But Fog is here, and it's gonna be Tempest, probably. That's gonna be a lot of points. See, more global warming is a scam evidence. It's just you don't ever see like biting heat. It's always biting frost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 4, 9, and then 4, 13. Yeah, Young Face has enough. Keep pass. See how much math I just did? That's because I went to the Wharton School of Economics. I'm something of a super genius. Gonna play Fallout before a match. Seems like I will wait so long. Wait. Beetlegruff, what's your new name? Are you Vintovka? Everybody rooting for Bear? Why? Poor Youngface.
Mother Earth,
So Youngface got there in one. And Barrett's is playing this Shiru deck, which loves the long round. Makes sense for Youngface to push here. He's already played his Escol. He's got he's got fledglings, which I don't think Bears can answer, really. There's not that much control. Like, there's skirmishers and Right Hood officers and a lock, but they're all in the deck. Wait, you're Sea of Clouds? I played against you on ladder. I think. I didn't know it was you. I talked so much shit. Yeah, and Reno, Gruff is like a ship sailing in a sea of clouds. They're not made of, like... Ships aren't made of water. What is this troll gift deck? What's troll about it? It's pretty normal. It plays Aquan, Tempest, because it doesn't play Simless. It does play Philovandrel, Heatwave, and Forest Protector. Frost instead of Fog? I don't think that really matters too much. These fledglings are going to be a lot of points.
The soil is fertile.
The Whisper comes down, and Truffle gets used. And then a leader charge to make sure it doesn't die to 5 damage from a Rebuke. So instead, Youngface will play Bountiful Harvest. Probably going to be a Bowman. But each harvest is an extra 4 points from this Vitality. And an extra 2 points from the leader and this Symbiosis. So another leader charge has to be used to protect the Whisperer. Gonna be Archer, probably just kill the Dwim. It's unlike if you damage the Whisperer, there's a Truffle already. It will get used. So that Harvest played for 5 plus 3, 8 plus 2, 10 plus 2, 12 plus 4, 16. So each Harvest is right now playing for like, you know, 12 to 6. Around 15 points. That's pretty good. I mean, it's from synergy from these other cards. And we see Isle of Bears teleport a Whisperer. And then he's still floating it. Youngface is going to Rebuke one. You don't want to play Harvest here because you don't have a unit. And also, this is way more than what a Harvest would be. $54 to 17 points. Because it's a really good song, Smurfachino. Becomes Verification. Will Youngface play the mating season? I think you can click the fledgling first and then play the mating season on Because you don't want to remove, like, this vitality is a 2-point a turn engine. This needs to get clicked on the 3 or on the 8, and then this, and then you just vitality this once. And you save one leave a charge for the next round. You might vitality one of these toads as well, if you're really going all in. Hurry up. The clicking and then applying vitality would have been an extra 2 points. But this might be a 2-0 by more than 2 points, I think. So Shira's at 3 right now. Shira could go to 5, and Shira could go to 8, or Shira could go to 6. There's a 5, a 5. There's a 10, a 17. Like, there's not really a... Well, Shira could go to more than... Shira could go to 10.
Children giving parents
But not this turn.
is inevitable.
So now there's 2 11s. Or there's an 11 and a 10. That's not enough.
There is no place in pity.
Is this going to be Shiru, what, 3s? It's 4. Oh, 4 is more points. Youngface takes the round by 3 points and takes the game. So now it's tied 1-1. Has a lot of points that Bears made up, but not enough. All right, so let's see. Symbiosis is gone. Zeal is what the Youngface played from blue last time. Bears can either play Pincer Military, but it's not great from red, or he can play Guerrilla Tactics from red. It's first to 3 wins, yeah. Except for the final, yeah, it's best of 3. Sorry, first to 2 wins. Or best of, also known as best of 3. The finals is the best of 5. Ah! You guys didn't see that. Esports Potato is back. Let's go. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Gonna be Blades of Glory against Guerrilla Tactics Shiro. Oh, this will be interesting. Youngface is gonna have to have a similar game plan. Win round 1, push hard round 2. Because in a long round 3, there's one... Well, this deck doesn't have as many 5s. But there's just going to be a lot of warriors the same power. Shiro tends to be really good against warriors in the long round. Because warriors can't boost their own units. They can only damage enemy units. So they are kind of helpless against Shiro. I need a moment. I'll be right back.
The stench of beer. I knows it well.
The Board of Ethics would never allow it. Never.
Come on! Show us what you got! Try it!
Okay, so whoa. Wait, do scholars really go to 11 in this? No. They go to 9 and they got boosted by 2, right? Let me see. Does this like play any abordage? No, just 2 aura plans and primal savageries. This is Highland Warlord Ice deck. Olive Bears just spores one of their own units because they're not gonna keep playing into the round. Interesting. I had to get a snack. It's really hard and tiring work sitting here watching 2 people play Gwent. I'm talking about it.
Will, and that's how we'll end you.
Can I play deck twice? Only if you didn't win with it already. One. Too funny. Are you accusing me of something? Have I caused you pain? Hey, chatter? Just new chatter. The new guys are like wholesome and naive. They haven't been around long enough for me to call them names yet. So they think I'm nice. Let them be, Master Ghost. Let the children be. You don't need to disillusion everybody with your cynicism.
Appearances counts.
Hey, Pio. We're watching Young Pigs vs. Style of Bears, Game 3, Round 1. And Young Pigs won, I guess, Round 1 of the tournament, but also won Round 1 of this game just by playing a bunch of bronzes. And I love players like played 3 cards in the past. Did the game show a Giant Slayer in the graveyard a second ago? I could have sworn I saw. Checking the bot right now. Oh, it wasn't in the graveyard. It was just the choices available from the Hawking Council. Okay. Opponent has 2 minutes left except for game 3, right? From Azazela. Are you in game, Samurai?
Dead and cold.
You haven't gotten an invite? The same way you accepted the invites for the other 2 games. If you're not getting an invite, sometimes it's bugged out. Ouija, you can just wait for the timer to end and it will send a new invite.
It's a million.
It's just waiting for your opponent. Okay, so it sounds like it's bugged. Just wait for the timer to end. You guys will get a new invite. If you don't, let me know.
What is it?
Seamless matchmaking. It is what it is, Ash. Let's just hope it doesn't completely bug out, because then I have to reset the game. Well, we'll get it sorted either way. Don't you guys worry. Fryhead Dragoon moving the Brockwar Hunter. That's pretty good. Wait, Sumerang, what's your in-game name? I thought you were Ouija's opponent. Are you not Azazela? So Young Face still has Iced in the deck. But instead they're gonna play Herald into a Highland Warlock.
Down on your knees and lean back for business.
Moment. Just record. Get this down.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys have both clicked ready, but for whatever reason the attorney client doesn't understand that. Just wait for the timer to run out and then you'll get a new invite. At least that's what has happened in the past. There's no certainty in any of this. Okay, so Young Face passes here. Basically got played 2 bronzes, Highland Warlord, from Herald. Now Bears will just play a Squirrel and get rid of Blood Eagle, which is a pretty big deal. And then he'll use a leader charge to get out of the round. He does have a Truffle, an Ale, and a Giant Slayer. Oh. Superang, you're just waiting. Okay. You're in the next round.
Wait for signal. Till then, don't budge.
It's a bad hand for SK. Yeah, he missed Ice and he missed Bran, I guess. And now he can't Blood Eagle into Ice. Because his Blood Eagle got banished. So it's pretty unfortunate. Bears has Tempest that didn't brick. He has Shiro, and he has the scenario and the 2.5 artifacts. You learned the game 3? Nice.
Women, children, elders, we spare none.
He wanted to maintain its last say, card advantage. Because if Bears has last say, he can do things like play Elven Seer
Will guide us.
or Whisper and then click a bunch of stuff at the very end. But there's no tier in this deck. Only iced. So still interesting that Bears felt comfortable using Ciaran on a on-crate raider rather than iced. But I guess iced is at 6, and his plan was Shiru 6s. Harold's gone already, so it looks like we're playing Fukusia. There's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sacrifices must be made.
Raid cards in the deck, so this is really 10 points. This abordage won't do anything because no more pirates left. Wait, is Bran a pirate? Stu Houston! Yo! That's my first ever YouTube Jules. Thank you. I will drink to you, sir. Or madam. Thank you. Appreciate it. Guys, we're growing on YouTube. Potato has motion. Appreciate it. This is looking pretty dire for Young Face. I mean, his raid cards are a lot of points. This is going to be a Primal Savagery in the back. He's removing units in the front. But he is losing Bloodthirst now. Cutting Slash wants to have... He still has Leader. Bears doesn't know if there's an iced or not, but it's going to be Whisperer now. Looks like... Yeah, because it instantly triggers Fade. That's Waylay. And then now he can just Truffle and deny Bloodthirst. And this is at 14. Abordage is still 6 damage, even though it's bricked. That's hilarious. This always dies, but... Yeah, the sheet. He had to learn 2 new factions so he could play in my tournament. Young Face is cooked? Yeah, I think so. I don't think you should kill this. I think you should... Wait, we're not killing the Whisperer?
Your skull will make a fine tanker.
I guess there's no... I mean, there could have been a teleport or verification in hand.
Traveling is an option, you see. One of the better ones.
Now there's no Bloodthirst. The Cutting Slash played for 8 points instead of 10. Why are we not killing the Whisperer?
How lovely it burns.
Shiro for 12 points. That's plenty. Okay, the Whisperer does die. But that's not going to be enough.
The elders must put a stop to this rebellion. Else they will
Why didn't we
face
put this over there? It doesn't really matter. Even Ice would not save you in this situation. I mean, I don't know. Ice is a lot of points. Ice is like 30 points minimum. Not minimum, but like ISO's like 30 points. But I Love Bears advances to round 2 after beating Young Face 2-1. With Shiru against Warriors being the decider. Let's take a look at the bracket. Unseen Cultist and Acid Bunny are in their game 3. Ouija and Azazela are also in their 3rd game. So the Half-Man took a technical win against Nero. And Sea of Clowns, also known as Beetlegruff, is playing them in the next round. I think this is the game we'll watch. I'm going to see if Acid Bunny is streaming. Yes, they are. Let's see where they're at with their game. It's like they just hopped into game 3. Right? What is going on? No, somebody just lost. Their game just ended. They're playing ladder. So we're just waiting for Ouija versus Azazela. Hey, Mirror Buddy. Homer asks Beetleguff not to ban the meme bandits. Wait. I gotta see this deck. Is this meme bandits? I have played this deck. I guess maybe I got it from you. But I played it mostly in friendlies. Inspirational Ballad. Maybe not. I played something like close to this. Vampire Bandits. Do we get a beer break? So we're waiting for the round 1 games to finish. Round 2 won't start until this game finishes. So you probably have like 5-10 minutes, yeah. Your Papega. That was best of 5. No, it's best of 3 until the finals. The finals, if you get to it, will be a best of 5. This deck got 5 extra provisions. So Cutthroats got a provision buff. Naglfar got a provision buff. At some point, Regis got a provision buff. Technically, Oniromancy and Sunset also got provision buffs. Expecting another game with Young Face? Ah. Yeah. I know that reading is hard when you're drunk. But everything is everything is listed. What's the cash prize for the tournament? This week there isn't one. But if you'd like to donate for future tournaments, just whenever you tip, just say fraternity. And it will go in the tourney funds. You're ready for Unseen Cultist? Are you studying their decks right now? No way you brought Babka? Yes, he did. He brought Militali to a tournament. Your decks are ones I hate so much, I don't know what to ban. Yeah, I'm going to start looking at everybody's decks while we're waiting. Alright, so let's take a look at Unseen Cultist. He brought Shoop Imposter Bakala. Okay, you can't really talk. You got Hand Buff Invigorate with Simbless. There's Harvest, some Smugglers, one Catwitcher, one Sork. Okay, looks pretty normal hand buff stuff. Tempest and Popco are unique. They're not exactly like auto include in this deck, but they make sense. We have an Alchemy Otkel deck with Getty. Okay, and Hewlin. Cool. And then a vampire deck with it's red free vamps with Triss Butterflies. Triss Butterflies can hand fix if you have a brick, like a Renfri's Gang or Wallen Rider, or if you like miss an important card, you can grab it. Toad, Riptide, Dorigary, standard amount of control. Chris Scroll is interesting. Then that's why I played that deck the most, surely. I mean, he seemed pretty comfortable with it. You should ban the deck that is worse into your lineup. Bears isn't a Military expert. That's probably his weakest deck. But also, I don't know. You're like ignoring your lineup. I personally am not that scared of Military. There's like 2.5 people who play it perfect, and it has a lot of weaknesses. You can't ban yet because round 1 is still in progress. Once Azazello versus Ouija finishes, then round 2 will begin. And then you'll be able to do your bets. So I'll say something when that's happened. Let me win and I give you $5. What do I get? As the I mean, where's my FIFA fee to look the other way? There will be no corruption without the ref's involvement. Bribery is only allowed if I'm in on it. Money from streaming? Brother. Do you know? Do you want me to show you how much money I get from... Trust me, you would just cry if you saw. Literally, that $5 would double a stream's revenue. You think I'm kidding? I'm not kidding. Here, I'll even show you my YouTube dashboard. Look, $3, $3, $4, $5. That's how much we make from streaming. I got almost 50 cents per stream from ads. Bears knows. Your SK and Monsters decks are so weak? I don't think so. I think your decks are good. This is a strong deck. It's not like the most hyper optimized, but it's a pretty strong deck. This can beat a lot of things. And this is a solid rent-free Vamps deck. I don't see anything wrong with it. Oh, sorry. I was showing your SK and your Vampires decks. They're fine. Okay, let's take a look at what Sea of Clowns brought. $57 is enough to get in the club. I guess that's true. So we have a Patch Style Fury Sove deck with Cartroll and Compass and Ragnarok. This deck has a lot of points. But it does rely on the discard package a little bit. So sometimes in round 1 and round 2, you can have trouble with it. We have a Enslaved 6 Taurus deck with Ku, Stefan, Brothens, Vilgefortz, Vigo, Anna. It's wild that we can fit all of that in a deck now. But oh, they cut they cut Mage Torturers. They just played Thanet Turncoats, which are 5 power. They're not like as good of an assimilated engine. They don't have Veil, but they do still play for 1 point every 2 turns. Or 1 point every 2 turns, sometimes every turn. One remedy, but 2 informants. This is very good into a deck that has good bronzes. There's also 2 Obsidian Mirrors and an Emissary. 1, 2, 3 bronze units. So Vigo is guaranteed. No Sergeant, Slave Driver, none of that stuff. We have a Hive Mind, Laura Doran. Hey, this is the deck I was playing. Kind of. It's a little different now. They're running Bone Talismans. Hang on. So instead of Crimson Curse, they are running 2 Bone Talismans. And 2 Endrago Warriors. And a Spore. Instead of Wallhound Riders. Okay. I'll have to take a look at that later. This deck doesn't have a lot of control, but it does have a good amount of points. And I played it on ladder. I liked it. I do love how BC's obsession with turning everything into mid-range. His Lop has made it so Art has like 65% of decks. Yeah. I wish Gwent had a potato card that played 6 body, 4 neutral gold. 10. Wait, what? Why did that message get retracted? In order, you could click to throw the potato, which destroys the body on your board and does 5 damage on order. When does it start? When, oh, it starts now. So it looks like Azazela beat Ouija 2-1. Round 2 begins. We're going to be watching the half, man. which is Homer versus a Sea of Clouds. Bro. Masticos, you're welcome to help out anytime. I do notice a sword next to your name. All right, you guys have 10 minutes to do your bands. This is the Mahakam Forge deck that Sea of Clowns brought. So, Ragnarok. There's no art in this one, see? Just Zoltan Warrior, Garrison, Heatwave, Escol. Zoltan, Avalok, which has 2 targets. Double Skirmisher, 2 Berserkers, 2 Volunteers, 2 Defenders, 1 Agitator, 2 Chariots, and 1 Giant Slayer for funsies. Wait, this is 5 provisions now? Okay. Eudora has 1 power, but it gets boosted by the number of Zoltans in your starting deck. So 1, 2, 3. It's still like 10,000 times better Knickers. Because your deck now has 1 less card. That's amazing. Like, it's an unbreakable Knickers that improves your round 1 draws. That is so good, I can't even explain how good it is. From like a mathematical improving the chances of you drawing your key cards perspective. Let's see, Calta says, please show mercy. That's not a warrior's mentality. Unseen. Just clap his ass. Just draw well and make sure he doesn't draw well, and then 2-0 his ass every game. It's not hard, man. It's Gwent. This isn't chess or Go. You just need to believe. I did click start round 2, right? Yeah. They can't invite you. You just have to wait. There, I'll reset it. Just redo your bands. I don't think Azazela is in my Twitch chat. If you are, please say something. Right, because yeah, so the system gave you a loss, but I reset it, so just redo the bands. You gotta be careful, guys. The turning platform is a very delicate flower. Okay, you only gotta click the 1 time, and you gotta click the right thing, and then you can't sneeze. Don't alt tab. Don't look at it wrong. Where is Beetlegruff? It's the last time they said something in chat. Gonna play Fallout before a match. Seems like it'll be so long. Someone spam them on Discord, please. Let them know that we're waiting on them. So you brought... What did you bring? You brought Golden Necker Parcel of Fury with unicorns and COC and mentors. Where's your offering? Bro, you don't have offering to the sea? I mean, I like the deck. But offering to the sea is like 1,000,000 points for you. Pretty sure. It's so good in this deck. I have no idea how you managed to make it work. That's a lot of raw brain power. Yeah, well, first step is you gotta be a potato. Potatoes are known for their raw power and sexual prowess, but that's not for this stream. I used to play in these at the same time, and it just got too much. I can't admin attorney play in it and then also be a potato. Like it's just too much work. We have a stockpile siege deck with Hensel. It's devotion, so it's got Rite of a Judgment, 2 onagers. I approve. Like always go full clown, never go half clown. Still runs Foltest Pride. Runs 2 Redanian Archers because that also has onager synergy. Beautiful, beautiful. I approve. I mean, Revenants are stronger, but this is more abusive. So we go with this. And then we have what looks to me like Kerpentin's Ragnarug Telia. Yeah, this is Kerpentin's deck. Including the trademark single Enchantress, which is actually very, very good. I didn't realize this has Symbiosis. And it plays for 7 on deploy. So it's a 7 for 4, and then a 1 per nature card engine. And then we already saw this bandit deck. Graf, where you at? You're holding up the tournament. Ah! You just play. I know this. Tell him to stop. Do you have them on Discord? Whoever's playing this string instrument is getting tired. Ling, 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 ling. Oh, the bands are here. Let's go. Begun. The next game has round 2. The half band versus Sea of Clowns, aka Beetlegruff CCG, has begun. There's the heat wave, the spinning heat wave. So if you're the half man and your stockpile got banned and you're blue coin, you're probably, are you playing bandit vampires from blue? Sorry, it's Renfrew apps. Or are you playing the Symbiosis deck? find out. You are in fact playing vampires. And Gruff is playing Assimilate.
Pray to them now.
So bandit vampires. Mr. David Leonard, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. Sorry, I said rent-free maps. It's because I was thinking of Unseen Cultists decklist that we were also looking at. But this is bandit vampires. Looks like we're playing Free Company in round 1 and giving it Crystal Skull and using that to thin the deck a little bit. Sea of Clowns just drops a Calvi. It's interesting they kept both Obsidian Mirrors in hand. Those are going to be potentially massive against engines. And we know the Halfman's going to play a lot of them because they have Free Company. They're going to use 1 leader charge to get their Regis growing. The Regis is currently at 2 power.
Her grace will not be pleased.
And immediately we see an informant from Sea of Clowns. To get their own engines going. Hi, Rays! Thank you for the tier 2.
Never dropped a one, but I've thrown
One main potato crop. Thank you, thank you. Please farm ethically and sustainably. So yeah, there comes the first Obsidian Mirror. Gets a juggler and 2 infantry. So those are going to start growing.
Lovely smile you've got.
Halfman starts answering them though right away. This Free Company is going to play another juggler in a second. But we have another. Another Obsidian Mirror coming out. And the Halfman kind of wants to get out before Sunset comes out. Usually that's the case with these decks. Will they play a second juggler? Or will they just play I think if you were going to play like the whole round, you would play a second juggler, but... Oh, instead we're going to see Oniro into a juggler.
Never dropped a one, but I've thrown a plenty.
Wow. Okay, so they want to get that Gascon value and shut these down. And another Cutthroat comes down. And again, they focus on the engines. Sea of Clowns could play a coup, but I don't know if they have enough reach, really. Okay, it looks like it's going to be Brothans. Because they have these 2 bonded cards, I think Halfman might have made a mistake ignoring them. Because now everything they copy will get an extra 4 points. This is kind of an issue with Sunset. When your blue card opponent knows your Sunset's about to come out, they can just kind of leave you there. To change leader to Golden Necker when playing... Wait, what? Oh, did you rope? Yeah. Okay, so Sunset is going to get committed. When you really think about it, Beetle played literally just a bunch of bronzes and Brothans. Whereas the Halfman played Free Company and Sunset. Is that worth? We'll see. Oniro and Naglfar in hand. make things a little tricky, but they do have a mushy truffle. That's good. Getting Regis in hand is good because now you know your Naglfar will give you these 2 cards. Sea of Clowns does draw Anna. They have a Diplo in hand for a dry pass. And then they have just a stacked hand full of golds. What do you send off here? They sent back 1 Stray and the Plumard.
Hail, Captain.
What you looking at?
Oh shoot. Yes, I've been muted. How long have I been muted? Oh my god. I Love Bears said they need to change leader to Gold Necker. Yeah, I'm guessing they roped. Okay, so Bears said yes to that. I think I wasn't muted for that part. I was just commenting on what's getting mulliganed. And the fact that Regis got mulligan means the half man wants to go deep this round. Which makes sense. The problem is Sea of Clouds plays Vilgefortz, has a handful of gold, so he's never losing last say. And then Regis is just going to get clapped.
You will not regret this, good sir.
I hate nothing.
This Vigo is interesting, though. What are they going to put back in the deck? Is it Anna?
I'll relieve you of that pouch.
They put Ku back in the deck. That's probably the best choice. Ku is probably the weakest of their cards. Like, it's good, don't get me wrong, but it's not as good as Frothin's. Don't you just Onira for Truffle here? The second strays. Still no synergy with Betsy.
My duty?
And now Sea of Clans can also copy the strays for 8 points on. Except they got Neckers, so they get even more. Thanks to their Diplo roll. Hey, Tarnished Soul. Bluebird. And then a click to play it again. But it won't get bonded value. It's just, it'll just... This order played for 2 points. Like, usually when you use that on Vanguards, plays for 6 points. Maybe Caravan Vanguards would be good in this deck. They are neutral bandits, are they not? Or am I misremembering? Okay, we see a yoink on the Plumard. Just so we can play Anna.
To the point.
Sea of Clowns is comfortably ahead. They are bandits? Okay. Yeah, I think it's odd not to play them here, especially with their synergy with Betsy and Jugglers. I think the half-man...
Your deepest, darkest dreams
you definitely need to
are
play.
real.
I think you even play Naglfar if you can. The problem is this Torres is still a ton of reach. Well, actually, there's only 2 bronze units. But no, Gascon is also the target with only 8 provisions. If Gascon was 10 provisions, it would unironically be better. Because Torres wouldn't get points off of it. So Stefan with only Vigo on the board. Indicating, like, getting this to 2 power says I have a coup in hand. Sea of Clowns hasn't even leadered. They might struggle to find enough leader targets in the next round, honestly. But what that Stefan did was it's enough points. The half man might not even want to play Gascon. Heatwave is 9 points. The good news is Tarnished. I'm also streaming on YouTube. And if you want, you can just catch up there right now. You can go back, because on YouTube it's really easy to rewind. You want to see the other series? It was I Love Bears versus Young Face. So it was a good series. So we do in fact get a pass from the half man. Which means it's possible they... I mean, it's not really possible. They got 6 cards left. They missed both Inspirational Ballads, though, which was tragic. They need to mulligan one of their goals. They mulligan Regis. We see Torres as the opener for Sea of Clowns, and Flutter was an option, so that's what they're gonna pick. It also gets boosted by 2, so it's already at 6 power. At least Halfman has bodies. You should lead her first to see where the Ikimara goes, and then he can play the Troubadour next to it. Who has been mulligan and was not drawn back again. Now, Halfman doesn't know that, I think.
What you looking at?
I'm surprised that they didn't like select the juggler here, but maybe they don't want it to be copied.
You played your hand. Now allow me to retort.
Because juggler was also human. So dwarf, vampire, and human in one go. That's actually a really good use of Inspirational Ballad. Meanwhile, our Todd into just a plumer. Doesn't. Wait. Oh, and they plumer to get rid of the vitality, then they leader to boost the flutter. This flutter from Torres was 6 plus 9, 15 points. 15-point Torres spawn. That's insane. Thanks to Anna. Yeah, and he's forced to heatwave the flutter. Emissary. Boost the Plumard, and that does mean that the Halfman can actually Regis the Torres right now. Oh, you were gonna play. Oh. Yeah, that sucks. Well, there's always next week.
Anything in particular interest you?
This is the final leader in Ointment. And wait. Is the Halfman actually winning this without last say? Yeah, because Vilgefortz will pull a 4. And he's at the biggest unit is 17, and he's down 21 points.
Quite the menial task. I'll relieve you of that pouch.
35 to 37. So, Vampire Bandits win a game off of Assimilate. Incredible. I mean, Inspirational Ballad carried there. That was awesome. Maybe we should be playing. We found the winning Vampires deck, guys. I thought that game went poorly for Halfman too. Like no ballad in round 2. Gascon was 17 points. That was pretty good. So now we go to game 2. This time, Sea of Clowns will be blue coin. Will they be playing their Deathwish Hive Laura Arrakis deck? Or will they be playing Patricide Fury? So it does do well with like coral. Well, there's no coral, but it does do well with discards. So it might be an okay blue coin deck. We'll see. I hope we see the Deathwish deck. And I have a feeling we will, since there's 2 games left. Or if Sea of Clowns wants to win, they have to play games. But they're going to go with Skellige for now. I guess I'm rooting for Sea of Clowns not to get too out. GG's to Unseen Cultist and I Love Bears. Who won? I'm waiting for the $5. Oh, did you beat him? Very nice. I told you not to ban them militantly. I told you.
Hey, listen here. Listen well.
Did you lose your militantly game? Bears?
And now I
Of course,
shall
yeah.
rape you.
The season I played Monsters to 2600, I farmed a lot of militantly. Did you have fun though? That's irrelevant. You're a garbage person if you don't win every single game of Gwent. Fun? What? Get out of here with that weak shit.
So be it.
Okay, so Burn is going to come down. We're just going to let the Skirmisher play for max points. Next time, Blob harder. I mean, I feel like Blob was probably banned. I don't even remember, but I would ban Blob. Oh, it wasn't banned. You just chose not to play it. You played Syndicate Red Coin or you played Militantly Red Coin?
You must fight for the hills and the world.
There's a whole world when it comes to like decks, like lineup building and then deck selection within a match. It's like a whole other part of Gwent that's like super interesting. And every time I play a tournament, I end up with like thoughts about what I should have done differently as far as like when should I have selected what deck and what, you know. You troll tried it too. Sometimes you gotta troll. It is what it is. It's gonna be Fall into Tempest. Okay, it's getting a little scary for Sea of Clowns because there's 2 Symbiosis on the board, and that's gonna be an extra 9 points from these 3 nature cards. See? That's a lot of points. Just call the force into fob into. That's 12 points just from the passive. So Art has to come out for the tempo. The problem is it gets the seagulls out, which gives Fog an extra 4 points of value. Meanwhile, the half fencer is going to play a harvest. Doesn't go with the engine, goes for the healer, which plays for 6 points. Not the worst for a card that's literally never played. Or never included in decks, I should say. The MOA. Pedal to the muddle. Play with desperation. It is the way. Is Morkmark a beast? So we have a 4, a 2, a 4, a 5, a 6, and a 9 in the deck. You can tune yourself to the exact amount of bloodthirst that you have. Deck is pretty flexible like that. The hard part is getting the actual bloodthirst against symbiosis. Sentry, but gets played on the melee row. I guess the idea is that 3 and 4 isn't going to be doing a lot. But on the melee row, it has synergy with Art. Nope, we're just playing it in passing. So the half-man opts to go long round against Ragnarok Pirates. But they do have double last say. So that harvest was just played for carryover. Both players actually have Ragnarok and Heatwave if they draw it. These 2 Rebukes and Simless are bricks. This is... Okay, now his Simless is brick.
Don't you pester me.
I suppose you could tell Yan to play Simless again. If you want to. Both Rebukes got Mulligan. I guess, yeah. Excuse me. Because the way this deck usually plays is you play Telian and you banish a token, and then you play Simless. But if you play it from hand, you can still use it on Simless if it's alive. Excuse me. This deck is Brick City? It's not really a brick though, because you play Simless for double Rebuke, and then you can Telian the Simless for another backup plan. The real problem is the half-man missed Ragnarok. Even though they played Tempest and Fov and everything, all their thinning, sometimes you just miss because the deck thins to... Well, if you haven't played Simless yet, it thins to 3. So you can miss cards. It's just like, I would say it's not bricked, it's suboptimal. On the other side, Sea of Clowns does have Care Trolled and Ragnarok. They even have Abordage, but I don't know if they'll play it. Just yet, at least. Interesting decision just to play Seagulls out and hit their own units rather than like drop a Demon Pirate Captain. And because we're not playing Onslaught, these guys don't get armor, so they're not very likely to survive. Whirl on one of the Seagulls, sure. Now we're going to see Abordage. And there's going to be Bloodthirst 2 as well, so you can get immediate value from it.
Told you it'd be worth it.
You can hit this twice, hit this once. The reason you're doing this is because Sove damages the unit it summons by the number of... by 1 for each damage enemy unit.
3 sweats.
Best drown yourself with those damn nets.
There's a 4, a 5, and a 9 in the deck. Although, yeah, I think that's fine. I was gonna say maybe you want a compass for Morkvarg, but not really. You don't want to do that. I wonder what you're gonna take from compass. It's probably just Fukusia, right? You could compass Fukusia Darren. That's a decent amount of points. I don't think that at any point Halfman is gonna voluntarily put points up units on the range road, but this might be enough to get Sea of Clowns to play Ragnarok now. Or they might play their soul first. Wait, what are we doing? One more leader would have meant we can... Oh, they just got it to 6 so they could use Careful. That works. So Care Trolled with Sove used to kill a 9. Now comes the Triad Boar. And is this the card you lock, or do you lock Teliad? I guess you would want a Heatwave Teliad, but you don't know that they haven't drawn Ragnarok, so there is that. Okay, so Jenga does lock the Triad Boar. It is a 1 point a turn engine if you don't have movement. Sea of Clowns leader, Arniolf, will trigger Ragnarok, so you really only need 1 gold, and that gold will be from Compass anyway. This might be the Skellige deck I play this season, to be honest. I was playing some Ice yesterday, and it's fine. It's a good deck, but like, not doing anything for me. This at least has some dynamic stuff. So we're playing Telian first.
Start by surviving.
Peace with humans.
And trying to deny Bloodthirst for some reason. But both Abordage have been played. What do you... Yeah, Heatwave on the Telian. I guess Halfman has decided they're fine saving Simless for later. Ard to remove 3 bodies from the back row makes a lot of sense. I'm a little bit surprised by that Telian play though. Like, why not play Simless first? Maybe they didn't think about the fact that Telian can replay the Simless for a backup plan. But like the only way Sea of Clowns had to kill Simless was to waste a 5 damage. So. Or get lucky with Ragnarok. That is something cool, I guess. If you leader the same turn that you play Ragnarok, Heatwaving Ragnarok isn't really worth much. That removes that counterplay. Kelly can't bounce in this? Oh. Oh, I'm dumb. Okay. Ignore literally everything I said. I'm sorry. Commentator is Pepega. Kellyanne has a provision limit. It can bounce the other elf, but not Simless. But there's not really anything to lock. So it didn't make a lot of sense. Also the... I mean, this has to be... I guess Fukusia would override the Cataclysm, so... Hemdall seems like the best choice. It's 8 and 5, 13. So now it's about the 10 points from this and double rebuke, and I don't think it's going to be enough. Hey, Major Dilly Dally, how's it going?
You are no lunet of mine.
As always. Hey! Varza. I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it out loud. So, Sea of Clowns wins round 3, even though they were down a card. Opponent had double last say, but take. Okay, fine. Fine. I forgive you. So, Patterson Fury is out. Vampires is also out. Along with Stockpile and Dwarves. Sea of Clowns has to either play Enslave 6 again or play Arrakis. The Half Man has to either play the Symbiosis deck again or this Golden Necker Parasite Fury deck that they have. I'm not sure what I would play. Okay, so it is going to be Symbiosis again.
We do what must be done.
And it's against Enslave 6. This is a good matchup for the Half-Man. I think. Because like this deck gets a lot of its synergy from specials. Now obviously Talian is a fantastic target to yoink. That's a problem. But maybe you can force leader out early. Or call the forest into Talian. That can be helpful. We're gonna play Torres round 1.
Shall one day know order again.
So Ard, Bor, and Ciaran. First Bountiful Harvest. I don't think you pick an Elven Seer. Because against Nilfgaard, that is so dangerous. Because they'll copy it, they'll remedy it, then they'll play a Buhort for 65 million points. Like first they kill it with Joust, and well, I don't actually know what the most disgusting sequence would be, but it would just be bad.
Onward, sons of Nilfgaard.
Never ever play Seers and Sorks against Nilfgaard, against Assimilate, if you can help it. Unless you know for sure they can't, they've played all their assimilates. Follow into Harvest. This time, Farseer can boost Talian.
This moment, I've seen it already.
And that gets it out of yoink range. That's pretty important. That was only possible because the skirmisher was already buffed. So far, the Half-Man has played a Duncanel Guardian and 2 Harvests, 1 from Fall. Will this be the Tempest turn? It is. Like, Tempest is a lot of points, but also it's 2 bricks in your deck that you're getting rid of. And this putting it on both rows kind of means... Are we going to see the Skirmisher get played here?
Ever had your kneecap broken?
Gets the Calvi down and then ignores the shield. So that's pretty useful. That gets the pass. It was a 17-point gap. Plus there's 5 points on the board. You play another card, like you're not really in a good situation, I think. But also, it was pretty good round one for the half man. Getting out without playing any major golds. They haven't played any cards that Nilfgaard wants to give spying to, but of course Torres does it for when its cards are in the deck. This art itself is a perfectly fine. Like it's like the same amount of points as old Axel without the second assimilate proc. But since this deck plays Ragnarok, removing bodies can have extra value. Hey Corvo. He's going well. We're having a lot of fun. Here's the VOD if you want to watch any of it later. So call the force into Trianbor. It says we're bleeding. Can my prize be $5 so I get a refund on bear service?
Quite a menial task.
Vilgefortz immediately on the Trianbor. Gets out a squirrel, which I don't think has any value in this matchup for either player. Can't play this, can't play this. This opponent can give spying to and be very happy about it. Suddenly everything's very awkward. But we do play the Rebuke because it plays for 8 points. But man, I would not want to be bleeding with this hand. It's like reactive, reactive, reactive. Brick, brick. And then card you don't want to give Nilfgaard spying. Okay, we're gonna see Brothens into Squirrel because there's nothing else to copy.
Stick my nose where it doesn't belong.
And I guess we get rid of the Rebuke? No, we got rid of a Harvest for some reason. There's no Lydia in this deck, so it's not like you can Lydia to deny another Harvest from Forest Protector. And technically, Sea of Clowns doesn't have a nature card in the graveyard. And without Diplos or Lydia, you know what? Giving Forest Protector as a copy isn't a that big a deal. I think you play this into either Rebuke or Harvest. If you play it into Rebuke, it's unlikely that Brothens will boost by more than 1 next round. I guess Ku would do it. Ciaran instead. That also makes sense. We don't really have anything that can be locked here other than Tillian, which we're going to play late anyway. In my prize week. I mean, you have to win the tournament first before you talk about prizes unseen.
Everyone has their secrets. Everyone.
Hey, Gular. Yeah. Sea of Clowns is like stuck copying squirrels over and over again. Participation prize. You got to be on national potato television. Isn't that prize enough for you? You can send your mom the link and be like, look. Wait, no, I didn't cast your game. Your name was visible at certain points in the stream. That's really all anyone can hope for in this life. I said your name out loud. Just be honored by that. I acknowledged your existence. Okay, we're gonna play Simless because Ku isn't a card that exists. Well, we better play fast. This Trickster doesn't do anything. You killed the card. There were other cards that you could have.
Think you won. Think
Yeah.
again.
Immediately spy and give it to Simless. Does the half-man know that you're supposed to play Simless from Tellian? Because that's the second time they've done this. Now this Artod's going to be Artod into Simless into double Diplo. That's going to be a lot of assimilate. Yeah, like playing Simless didn't get him ahead by that much either. Like at this point, why are we even keeping the Telian? Literally, it's just like a 7 with an order. Ragnarok. Here it comes.
Don't snap your spout at me. I'm nothing.
Only one with no sense would trust the word of a twat.
Oh, God. You can still taste it.
Nothing broken? Then have to go again.
I'm not muted. I haven't said anything. I'm just eating food. Sorry. I guess I can see from your perspective. It looks like my mouth is moving. You gotta kill the mentor. Oh, did he like target the Artod? This is not a bad coup though. I mean, not right now, but eventually. Like, I would have just played Rebuke there. I think. Because Assimilate has a really hard time when you don't have any units.
Not your lucky day.
At least now the Halfman can play the Enchantress on the range row. That's good that it went range row, because you want to stack a row for the clear skies. Why are we leadering the random treant?
Your visit will guide us.
The CRN self-lock to get 1 extra point from the mentor. Not bad. Splitting this was also an extra point because you deny Ragnarok value, but that was cuter. Problem is, if you play Telian to vanish the Ard, deny a coup, Stefan can always set up a coup. And if you use Enchantress, give this vitality. Oh. Is it Forest Protector? Now, CF Clans can coup the Ard, hit these 3, and then yoink the Forest Protector. for a 13-point leader.
Last words.
Why didn't we just yoink this? Well, we could. Halfman should give it vitality. He's hovering over the leader. I think it was better to give vitality with Enchantress. Because if you give this vitality, it becomes a good leader. Well, maybe that's what he's baiting.
Speak your mind. To the point.
I mean, you have to tell Yan now, but it will still be
Are not taking souvenirs.
within Stefan range.
What do you need?
Even without any assembly on the board, there's just not enough points without Simlis. So Sea of Clowns wins the series 2-1. Well fought. I am also pleased that there haven't been any issues with the attorney client this round. Let's go see if there's another game we're supposed to get into. Looks like Opposite beat Azazela 2-0. They went with Cove and Deadeyes. And okay, round 2 is finished. So we are going to go into the semifinals. It's going to be on one side, it's going to be Sea of Clowns versus Opposite 17. And then it's going to be Unseen Cultist versus Vintovka Eto Preznik. Let's go. Let the semifinals begin. Bye. Yo, Sky, did you forget you signed up for the tournament? I had to remove you right before we started because you didn't have your decks uploaded. You want to see the soup deck? You overslept? No worries. At least you got some rest. No one saw the end typo? Wait, what did I do? I probably best not to look into it. Okay, so in this match, the bands are done, so they're gonna get invited soon. Same here. So Vintovka's hand buff got banned, and Unseen's Mushrooms deck got banned, unfortunately. For Sky, I mean. So let's take a look at the remaining. So Vintovka brought Shoop, Double Cross, no Henry, Just shoot Prune Mage double cross. There is a Vigo and a Sergeant, a Blightmaker, Calvite, but also Dead Man's Tongue, but no Henry. Okay, very interesting. We have a Golden Necker deck with Delirium. So it's a Golden Necker Alchemy deck. It looks like, kind of. There's Crows, there's Axel, there's Crow Mother. A couple of 6 damage specials. A Runestone even. That's more like the leader passive value on things like Bear Witchers and... There's also Flaminica. Wait, Golden Necker Flaminica is possible? I can't wait to see this deck in action. But that's all we're going to see. We're going to see... wait. Hang on.
You must banish her.
Ah.
I see no other.
Just making sure nobody violated the bans. So Unseen brought a hand buff deck and played Harvest into Seer. Didn't give it Crystal Skull. And Vintovka does have coded weapons available. And Assassination. Will they remove it? Vintovka equals Rifle. Interesting. What does the rest mean? Your tournament game canceled. See if you get another invite. If you don't, I'll reset.
Show me the coin or sod off.
Doesn't look like there's a lot Vintovka is going to be able to do this round. But Unseen is going to play Tempest. This was very... I don't know. I guess it was to bait out removal. But Vintovka knew that Unseen doesn't really have any specials that would benefit from... Like, the only way that that would get value is if a Sorcerer was played. They could just wait and answer the Sorcerer. Or wait and answer this when the Sorcerer was played. Hawker Smuggler is 1 carry over per turn unless it boosts Torque or Sheldon. Or Torque and Torque boosts Sheldon. It would be 2 or 3 points per turn in that case. A Squirrel. Just to play a Squirrel. And a Harvest gets a Whisperer. If this was against Sea of Clowns' deck, it would be a problem. But Vintovka doesn't play Informants or Brothans. Well, there's one Informant, actually. And one Remedy. You know what? I think this is a mistake. Like, it's natural to see, like, the good card and want to pick it. But against Nilfgaard, you have to kind of be thinking about them, too. It's bugging, but it's okay now. Okay, which is it? Is it bugging or is it okay? Hey, Tin Man. Yeah, that link is my spreadsheet with the decks that I usually play. But if you want the tournament decks, it's the one right above your comment. You as well.
Coins ranked to you.
Hey, Dennis the Bendis. Good to see you in chat as well. Uptime? We've been up for almost 6 hours. But the first few hours was a replay of the last tournament. No, we're in this. This is the semifinals. We got this best of 3, and then we have a best of 5 for the finals.
Are you fucking kidding me? Catnip instead of crown?
Interesting. Unseen Cultist didn't play a Cat Witcher yet, or didn't play the Smuggler yet. I think they're playing around Assassination. So that gets the Assassination. Now we should see a Smuggler.
Got business for
Yep,
me?
there it is. And the Smuggler boosted Torque, and the Torque boosted Sheldon. This already played as a 9-point card. Almost the Sergeant. Wait, no, it's yeah, it's 1 and then
Salty winds are
yeah, it's a 3-point card. 3-point boost. Hofko gets played. I don't think Mindovka wants to use a Call Punish yet. But this is going to be 2 points a turn unless stopped. They have 2 locks. And they do have a Torres, I just noticed. But it looks like it's going to be a Vigo. To copy a Hawker Smuggler.
Easily.
I hate nothing more than a creaky door.
And leader charges now. So it looks like Unseen might be going just beefy attack mode. 9 power Symbolist comes down to double backup plans. Trying to make sure opponent doesn't get any carryover. Does find 2 damage, my bad. Also had 2 damage here, so. Could have killed the Vigo or the Smuggler. Chose to kill the Smuggler. Now comes Torres, which will get a Sork, Squirrel, and a Dwarven Skirmisher. Since Calvin has already been played, it's unlikely that they'll draw any of them. They might draw one. You never know. Vigo gets answered. And now it's Call of the Forest into Forest Protector into probably another Harvest. When you only have Torque and Sheldon in your hand, the 3rd card, yeah, you can just pick the Sentry here, I think. And the Torque boosts the CRM, and that's a lot of carryover.
Dole! Blathana!
So now when Tovka needs 14 points to get ahead.
Is the greatest good.
And they're going to lead her to do just that.
Your faith will guide us.
The leader, and this leader also kind of is a, hey, I don't want to get too owed situation. Why Sentry? So when you play Bountiful Harvest, depending on which unit you choose, it boosts a specific card in your hand. If you pick the left option, it boosts the left one. If you pick the right, then it boosts the right card in your hand. So because Torque was in the leftmost position, he picked Sentry. And that boosted Torque, and then the Torque boosted another card. So it doubled the value of Harvest boost.
Though granted, strong and skillfully imposed.
Yeah, it's a good question. Vintovka plays Harvest into Sork and gets ahead by 1 point. Ooh, this is rough. Because like Sheldon on a 4 is kind of a waste, right? Because this can kill an 8 or do 8 damage. Okay, so now he's ahead by 22 points. Heatwave isn't going to be enough. So Redea back row is going to be 9 and 5, 14 points. uses the boost. Get a backup plan. Which plays for 2 plus 6. If it doesn't hit armor. And wait,
This is not what we agreed.
that was a pass. Cultist could have passed there. Because it was tied. Instead they play the Torque, it gets Heatwave, and then Shoop will have to be played as well. And it's going to be Shoop Resilience. And Windovka looks to be in a really solid position. You kind of have to know that's what opponent has because they played Calvite. So what do you have? I guess Philibandrel, Heatwave, Dunka aren't bad draws. Versus Sergeant, an Amnesty to use Shirley Mulligan, and a Dead Man's Tongue that's decent.
My prescription.
Okay, immediately Remedy into a Whisperer. Or Seer.
The
Either
earth
one
will flow
will give you an
with
extra
the
battle
revelation.
prep.
The blood of elves.
Pride is
The backup plan looks for 2 damage and does find it. That's fortunate. So here comes the Sergeant. We're gonna see Dunka.
Good one is a dead one.
You click it. You don't have to. There's nothing that can remove it, but you click it. I would have held it. I think. Because it would have played for 1 point on this. But it doesn't matter. Unseen Cultist actually wins. 1-0. Massive. I wonder if Vintovka is played against someone who played that deck and that never passed round 1 just like him. That was round 2 you were watching though. He did pass. Vintovka passed round 1. How do I get that in G Shoop deck? So you go to the tournament page, which is always exclamation tourney. Then you go to the players section, and there is Vintovka's Shoop Devil Cross deck. Here you go. Yeah, he was defending a bleed. He wasn't like staying in the round. He had played Calvite in round 1, that's why his hand was full of golds. It's certainly an interesting Shoop deck. There's another meta one right now that plays Imposter Leader. GG Cultist. Yeah, no water breaks between games. Bam, bam, bam. Oh. Potato is stretching though. Potato is gotta stay nimble. Potato doing the stretches, doing the wiggle. You guys can't see, but I'm wiggling right now. Okay, so Vintovka's gonna play Pincer
Not
against
test my patience.
Vampires from Unseen Cultist. I believe this is Ren Revamps. Yep. And we have a Mutagenerator, Erland, Temple. Wait. Shoop Temple Erland. Holy crap. Somewhere Gawain randomly felt a cool breeze brush across his shoulders. And he's like, Does it have a Fury Glee? No. No, it does not. Muta is such a nasty card. Remember when it used to be 6 provisions? It's literally 11 and it still gets played. Also getting... Wait, what? Got a bad art student, but put it on the ranger for the carryover. Interesting. Temple gets a defender or war elephant. Choices, choices, choices. There's a baron. Gerhardt. Probably Gerhardt. And then a Roche. But this deck has a bunch of crap cards. So maybe it's Selkirk? You're unlikely to draw this Vandergrift in time. Alright, let's see what they chose. It was War Elephant, Bloody Baron, and Prophet Lebioda. I am 0 for 3 out of that. My predictions. So they're going to grab the Enseus. Surely you mulligan the Scout here. No, Scout's good against Necrorat. I don't know what they put back.
Don't buy this.
Oh, there was a Scout. No, they played the Scout. Okay. How did they get Iris Companions? I was using Curse Scroll. Second Fletter. And the second leader. Since Necrat's gone. It's kind of an automatic thing by Unseen. But you didn't have to do it.
Beware, beware the man of glass.
I guess it makes sense to do it since you don't have any more bleed givers in hand. He's got Riptide and Morvad. It's gonna be a Rune Mage. Should be monsters here because you want to find something that applies bleeds. Boyatel. I disagree with this choice. Guess you're looking for carryover, but... Oh, wow, that is a bleed. Okay. Well, the Mad Lad found it. So Windupka can play this for 26 points. 27 points. Or he can pass. And yeah. Passing made a lot of sense. If Windupka had won the round, he could just win by playing Erland and passing. Squirrel doesn't really have any value here. There's no Incubus. Yeah, Homer, I'm with you. I'm with you. I mean, I think, like, I was fine with Muto at 10. Since it trades even with Heatwave. But 11 doesn't bother me enough to say we should buff it.
I live to see it.
Because Muta is such a binary card. If you don't have Heatwave, you probably lose the game. If you do have Heatwave, you probably win the game. I don't think it's a very healthy card. Golden Necker is very healthy, and it enables a bunch of different decks. And if there's any Golden Necker decks that are too strong, they should be targeted directly.
Mate.
And these, like, overbuffed engines or just point slam cards. Like Ard or Karak Marine or...
Is in harmony.
Like 4P engines that have 5 power that like trade down against a rebuke. Those are not okay. 4P engines should not trade up versus a 5P special.
Long live the king!
So Vintovka is not ahead. Technically Unseen can pass. But I think Unseen probably wants to play another vampire. This War Elephant is going to be a lot of points. He's going to take the 50-50 on the Riptide and gets it unseen. No hesitation. Drops it, clicks to Alp. Would love to be able to play rent-free. But instead decides to pass and keep double last say. I think that's fair. Now, do you play Shoop, do you play Erlin, or do you play Anseus? Okay, he's gonna grab, like, he's gonna ditch the Erlin and play the Lyrian Scytheman. Or just insights. He's gonna grab it back though. Like, he's gonna leader for it if he doesn't draw it again. I think. Maybe. If he needs it. Because the boost on it still goes to Erland. It's not entirely lost. There's Prophet Lebiota for 9 points. What is Cultist doing? Playing Triss.
How can I help?
To get probably Verena. Or Morvad. Morvad. That makes sense. Shoop transfer, last say. The problem is there's both a Regis and a Morvad. Molicia? Hello.
Why?
Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. I didn't know you streamed. Everyone give Molition a follow.
This will be witchers, not marauders.
For those who don't know, Molition used to be in charge of balance for Gwent. They were playing some Gwent. Awesome. Sorry, I'm going into... Oh, I already do... There you go. Going to give a follow. We've been doing these community tournaments? For balance? Okay, sorry. Balance and card design.
I demand satisfaction.
Here comes Anseus. What is one of your favorite cards, Malizian?
Heard about Tridam Ultimatum?
For people who don't know. Are we gonna go Shoop Transform? We have to. You've got to. Okay, so Morvad became a Spore, which is actually not bad.
How I adore it.
No, we should play Regis first. This is gonna boost again. I guess it didn't matter. Wait, it might matter.
Your powers of protection seem to have waned not one bit.
Oh, it didn't matter. That was a beautiful gluttony and lowest power. Incredible. Unseen Cultist just straight up 2 O's. No question is asked. Just Giga Chad Gaming. Both of them actually. They were just they played faster than I could process, honestly. Okay, so we're gonna see if we can hop into the other game. Right now, Sea of Clans is ahead 1-0 against Opposite. If it ends up being a rage bait answer, an honest one, the rage bait answer would be Traherne, obviously. But there's a bunch of people in my chat who love Traherne, so it wouldn't be entirely rage bait. We are degen Gwenters. At least I can't speak for everyone else, but I have no problem with Mill or Clog or any of those cards. Stuff like greens or military. Things that, like, you did a bunch of stuff all game and now you get a payoff. Cool. So it looks like Sea of Clowns. Um, their their Patch of Fury Soap deck got banned, and they banned Opposites Gangs deck. They won game one with Enslave 6. Can you restart your game? Yeah, you have time. You have time. My little melons. That's all I hear when I. Erland? Erland's an upfront card, isn't it? I think it would be more like the Harmony Finisher. Or maybe Regis. Right? Or like the Hyperthin reveal cards. Erland's ultimate payoff? But you can also play Erland, like if you play Erland in round one as your first card, it's boosting 15 units in your deck. You're not doing a bunch of stuff. It's just it's not really that different than Iris Companions. Yeah, Toussaint is maybe a better example. You boost a bunch of stuff, and then you steal all the boosts at the end, and then you reset. You reset the boosts on the opponent's side. Beauclair. Beauclair is an ultimate payoff card. Okay, so it looks like Sea of Clowns ended up 2-0ing, which means we are going to be going into the finals shortly. Unseen, when you played your Spore one turn early, that gave me a heart attack. You lost 1 point. What the hell are you doing? NG Knights. I'm a donkey, so nervous. You're fine. You made it this far. Now you must battle the Sea of Clowns. NG Soldiers with like I worked on both, and Soldiers kind of suck, but Knights are cool. Yeah. I think players like playing Soldiers, but don't really like playing against them. You guys really like reached for a lot of different mechanics towards the end. Like I could see that every card drop was like, what are some things we've never done before? So that must have been fun, coming up with those cards. If you play against no card you like it, something is wrong. I wouldn't call Soldiers as like, to me, Soldiers aren't that unfun to face because I have some say in them. Like battle stations, you know, Ramon, like those cards kind of sour me on it a little bit. But the individual soldiers weren't that much of a problem because like you know what they're gonna do, right? Like you know Light Cav's gonna ping you twice. You know Crossbow's gonna ping randomly if they play a soldier. So like, and you can deny it because they have like conditions like flanking and armor, barricades. So there's some counterplay. Bullshit is totally like I don't mind playing against bullshit if there's something I can do about the bullshit. Well, like the initial release Sove that was like Zeal deploy immune. Like, nah. Like it was like, I mean, I guess everybody ran Igni or COC, but it was not a fun type of thing to deal with. Gwent is more fun when it, for me, is when it's a tug of war and a back and forth rather than a Oh, you activated my trap card. Guess you're screwed unless you have this answer. No? Okay, now you just get to watch as I slowly murder you and your family. Syndicate infuriates me more? I would guess probably because you haven't played Syndicate as much. Syndicate used to make me so mad when because I would just see them like play Tunnel Drill or Freak Show and just murder my whole board, and I didn't know what the hell was happening. This Tyranny Pirate deck always gets a ban. I never saw it in play. Sea of Clouds played it. Not Sea of Clouds. We saw a game with pirates. What was it? We didn't see Narrow play or Azazella. I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering. Welcome to the finals of weekly number 140. That's right. We've done 140 of these Sunday tournaments. It's going to be Unseen Cultist versus Sea of Clowns, also known as Beetle Cup CCG. The finals is going to be a best of 5, still in Conquest format. So players will have to win with all 3 of their unbanned decks in order to become champion. Unseen Cultist's Alchemy deck got banned, and Sea of Clowns' Laura Deathwish Hive Arrakis deck got banned. That's the one I really wanted to see, and we didn't get to see it. So Cultist is playing the Shoop Imposter deck. It's a bit assimilatey, but not in the assimilate engines kind of way, but in the Tourney Shelmar kind of way. Advice to play next to the use of generally a good one? Yes, it is. If you think something is BS, play it. If you think something is impossible to deal with, play it. The latter will teach you how to deal with it. Interesting. So, see the mirror just to get a single engine. Plays for 4 plus 1 per turn. How did we go for monsters? Was it for Forktail? I mean, for bodies, for Shelmar, maybe? Because you could get like an Arrakis nest or something. But Kiki Warrior got immediately answered. This Root Mage also be kind of begging for a spying. Surely Sea of Clowns will do that next if Unseen Cultist doesn't pass.
Honor dictates I not slap you with this first.
You played your hand. Now,
Unseen Cultist specifically selects something with only 1 boost because they don't want to trigger it. Opponent has more units than they do. And as predicted, Planet Turncoat gives spying. I think it might have been better not to play that last card. Like giving Assimilate Root Mage is kind of a big deal. Of course, it's slightly less of a big deal when Taurus has already been played, because if Taurus could replay the Root Mage, then you're really in trouble. But leader already.
Impertinence is the one thing I cannot abide.
I guess it does enable the infantry. Will we see an immediate coup on the Rin Mage as well? Oh, that's why he went monsters. He went monsters to eat the Rin Mage. I've just now realized. Yeah. I've explained that to people so many times, but sometimes when you're a potato, you just forget things you know.
I forgive you.
But thank you. Tintinflex says, I don't know how this game works, but I'm happy to be here. I'm happy you're here. Attorney Shelmar, just for 12 points. Unseen is really going full smart. Yeah, well, the problem is he's not catching up. Going for the bribery. He finds the Calvite, which he had missed. So then he's going to draw a new Calvite next round. This Illusionist is 4 points and this is 5 points. Okay, so he's going to lead her and then get ahead. DF Clowns is thinking, wow, you really played a lot. But here comes Vilgefortz, plays for 11 and disables the... No, it doesn't, because this still counts. Unseen is no longer winning on even. And Sea of Clowns still has a Vigo. This is 4 and 5, 9. You were getting 2 points. I think. Yeah, he was ahead. Did he not realize his engine was ticking? Gonna go for shoot resilience. Interesting. Good Gwenty cards. Wait, we're mulliganing Radea? Wait, why do we have a Radea? From Torres?
The mysteries of this world, boundless they are.
So Unseen Cultist used both leaders already. And we're gonna see Arcot into Rude Mage as the opener. NG is this choice, and options are all terrible. This is at least 7 points. Menagerie Keeper, because they have a Remedy in hand. Remedy can play an Informant. That's going to be pretty handy. Yeah, this the deck that Unseen Cultist is playing was made by Lario. It's the other Shoop deck I said is meta. Wait, we're infusing the Artad and not locking it? Okay. Interesting choice. Here comes Remedy. Or sorry, Brothans. Does 2 things. One, it blocks the Marines flanking. Here comes Yennefer Illusionist to try and kill the Marine. It's the Menagerie Keeper instead. And then Bakala is used to boost it out of yoink range. But with 2 assimilated engines on the board, you could Stefan now. Get this to 6, finish the Marine, and yoink the Illusionist.
My prescription, a bit of blood.
But instead we're going to play Remedy into a lock. That also takes care of the problem. And we're yoinking the Marine, which is smart. We know it's boosting 2 per turn. And now an informant is going to block the flanking on this Marine. And then lock it. Just Nilfgaard things happening, but CF Clowns has a lot of provisions available. I don't see how Unseen Cultist catches up. Truffle is going to be the choice here. For an illusionist to a Marine. Wait, there was another Marine in this graveyard? I don't remember where that came from. But
this.
I hate nothing more than a
it's Marine City over here. The Sea of Clowns doesn't know what's on top. Wait, do they? How do they know? Do they just get lucky? Oh, because maybe... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they knew.
Reality is that which should believe it no more. It does not go away.
57 to 49. But there's a Stefan and a
my
Yoink left.
duty to stick my nose where
And
the
another
doctor
Marine. These are gonna go for a lot of points. The entire Nilfgaardian Navy is here. Holy crap. That's a lot of points. Unless Uma gets like an Igni or something. And it does not. These are some terrible Uma choices. Holy crap. A 6-point Uma. Oh my god. That's probably the worst Uma I've ever seen.
Another battle. Another.
Tori was better. Yeah. I mean, Nilfgaard Mirror Assimilate tends to be better, but I think Unseen round 1 kind of trolled. At least to me it seemed that way. Like, yes, you want to win on even against the Calvita Assimilate deck, and you certainly want to win round 1. But also, he had enough points to keep playing his last 2 cards. The problem is if you play those last 2, no, because you either win the round and then you pass and play 6-card round 3, or you lose and that's fine. You would at least get the Vigo. I think Unseen didn't count the. Has to be, they didn't count their engine value because they had bonded units, but one of them was locked. And sometimes some people don't always realize that bonded still is active even if the second unit is locked. All the Assimilate mirrors. In a normal Assimilate mirror, it's basically, do you have emissaries? Then you win by clog. Do you only have informants? Then it's more about who has second say. Because whoever plays Stefan first loses, or Artaud first loses.
You'll receive no mercy.
Okay, so we did an NG mirror, now we're doing an ST mirror. This time it's dwarves versus hand buff. Older assimilates before Stefan. Okay, even then it was mostly clog based, wasn't it? Like board clog. Like you didn't want to play. Well, I guess this is before sergeants too. If you really want to go old school, it's all about like spies and Joachim and board clogging the crap out of your opponent before they could board clog you.
Coexistence, my ass!
And everything was boosting.
Illusions. You yet to see what they can accomplish.
I don't know. I don't usually like hand buff, but this hand buff deck has somehow grown on me. Seems to be doing well this turn. Maybe there's a boost here that can save the smuggler, because this 4 armor you're not getting rid of. You can't. This isn't even roll lock, by the way.
Swords I smile at.
Like, that's what
weapons
upsets me the
laugh to
most
scorn.
about Dwarven Skirmisher, is that it's deploy melee, but even if you move it, the order is still available as long as it's got armor.
Steel.
So the smuggler is just, you just have to accept that it's dying. Now you got a bunch of ping elves against a deck with 1,000,000 armor. He can't kill the agitator though. But this Tempest is also not gonna play for a lot because of armor. So Sea of Clouds is really putting a wheel in the spokes of Unseen Cultist. No, that's not what it's like at all. The order isn't melee. The order is still available. Dunka, if you move, she can't use her click. This, if you move, he can still use his click. The roll lock is only for the deploy.
We're gonna need a bag of bones.
It's just weird. It's like for a situation where you would not want to damage something. It's like optional. You can put it on range and have it play for 1 point, I guess.
Grow in their beauty. Reach high into the sky.
You should ping this because fog is gonna hit the 1. I don't understand. Unseen is playing a little too fast, I feel like. I'm not saying you have to play like Centurion Lion, but not pinging the 1 costs you a point there.
Never had your kneecaps broken.
21 to 41 points. And Sea of Clowns does pass, but they only played bronzes and a carryover card. On the other side, I mean, Orc and Sheldon got some value. It's really good for Unseen cultists that they had Sheldon in hand. You have to mulligan the squirrel.
Special prize.
Smuggler
Just
is
for
good.
you, love.
Fortunately, it buffs the Hawker support. And this is not looking great for Unseen. I just don't see how they outpoint what I see on the other side.
The ill wind blows.
Wanna whip my axe?
You always boost Torque here,
Oi, hey there!
and then Torque boosts the Sheldon. So this played for 9 plus 6 carryover. Or 9 points if you don't count the boost it already had. 9 points is not bad for a 4P card. But I think you gotta... Oh, you can't pass because there's engines. You haven't used your last leader. Your opponent knows this. They know you're not gonna go all in here. Garrison will play for 12 points plus 2. And then probably decree into something. 1 more point is coming. I 'Cause 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 ' This is 6. This is 4. I think it's gonna have to be Zoltan Scoundrel. Because you need 9 or you need 7 points minimum.
Always willing, pal.
Zoltan Scoundrel it is. Do you have Garrison carryover? You got Ragnarok, you got Zoltan's Company. And on the other side, there's a Heatwave and a Torque. Oh, and a Simless. Okay, and a Philivandrel. Okay. Holy draws, Batman. You could mulligan the Popko, but you risk bricking your Simless, so it's best not to, in my opinion. And seems like Unseen agrees with that. You have to lead it now. Okay.
The salty winds are blowing.
The torque boost went to Popko. You have Nova Justice
It'll be personal.
into Dwarven Skirmisher.
Elven lad.
It's gonna be Simless, I think. Into double backup plans to try and get rid of the Skirmisher.
Only one with no sense would trust the word of a dwarf.
Archer should work. Double Archer is good. Get rid of all these dwarves. But now we're in both rows. So Ragnarok will get 12 points worth of value from Cataclysm. Philivandrel is boosted to 6 power, so it will be able to play Zoltan's Company, which isn't great. Harvest is only 5 provisions now, so it can't play that. Okay. What do you even play here? You go forward, you get a harvest, that's good. Unfortunately, you don't have a second unit in your hand for Torque to get value.
Enid and Glenna!
There's no escape.
But at least you get an Archer. So now it's 18 to 11, but there's a 22-point Torque in hand. Here comes Zoltan's Company, which plays for 15 points.
Cursed idiots!
And is enough to win by 1. Oh my god. The Upcon wins the second game by the narrowest of margins. That was crazy. That was a crazy game. It was a lot closer than I expected. I'll say that much. Oh my god. I guess I didn't realize how much Unseen had left in the deck. Both of these decks, I think, are these both leaders both 18 provisions now? Kind of crazy. It was intense. I need a drink. I'll be right back. Looks like we're trying hand buff again, this time from Red Coin.
Hey, listen here.
Yeah, Ragnarok needs a provision nerf. It's in too many decks. And plays for too many points to be 12.
Show me the coin or
And that's not even counting like the removal value.
Beautiful pair of legs, please.
So we have Sea of Clowns with the Patchella Fury Stove deck. Unseen Cultist with the hand buff. Immediately goes for Simless.
Only one with no sense would trust the word of a Dwan.
Is he going to pick the rightmost option each time for torque value? This time it's easy. Yeah.
death awaits us all.
This, of course, has the benefit of giving Sea of Clowns Bloodthirst targets. He's going to play Demon Fire Captain and kill the Whisperer easily.
Don't do it, big one.
20 points to 12 after playing Simless. Doesn't feel great, does it?
I could drown you in a single drop.
Technically, Sea of Clowns had a pass, but they're going to go ahead and use their Jenga to lock the Sorcerers.
Oi, hey there, come here.
Liquid, what did you mean by shouldn't Phila be Phila before Pavko? Oh, like for the harmony? So Unseen is using their last leader charge. And they're going to play Philavandrel now and get Salve. I don't really think I understand Philavandrel in this deck. Kind of gets boosted randomly, doesn't it? If it's in hand. How did this get moved? Oh, Ard. Seagull is a lot of provision. Is a lot of carryover. If Sea of Clowns needs it, they can just rain or use a bear to eat a unit and get all the seagulls back out. They are gonna proc the rain, get all their birds out. I mean, Circle of Life gives 6 points of carryover because
Yeah, I
they
work.
chose the target.
Better to work with humans.
Is Sal really going to play for 6 points? Like, maybe. But this is guaranteed for Torque to play by 6. Boosting Torque was guaranteed to 6 points. Right? No, it's 4 points. 3 and 4, 7 versus Salve.
An ill wind blows.
I think the biggest weakness of this PF deck is if Care Troll gets Heat Wave, it's kind of difficult. Like, it puts a cap on the soul. But then you can't Heat Wave the Ragnarok. Mulligan Skirmisher into Berna. Classic. So Darren can pull out Morkvarg.
Your
Maxie can
magic
see
can't
what's
harm
what.
me. No magic can.
There's a Compass and a Carrotrold in the deck. Morkvarg was already discarded. My bad. You could Darren for Compass to guarantee that you draw it. We're worried about that. But we're probably going to... Yeah, we see Burn up first. Draws the Carrotrold and a Skirmisher. It's probably going to be Seagull and Skirm. No, he mulligans the Darren. Sea of Clowns really wants the Seagull carryover. We are going to see Fov into Tempest now.
The wind whistles Willow's whip.
Just for the thinning. That means there's only 6 cards in the deck, so you're only going to not see one of these cards. This squirrel's getting kind of big, but I don't think there's anything to squirrel on the other side. Great Sword comes out. And Sea of Clouds is still ahead, so Unseen will need to play something. I think this is a... So Seagull will at most boost the Great Sword by 2. So Unseen just plays Torque. Heat Wave is not enough to get ahead. This is tough, actually. I don't know why you don't play the squirrel there. Like, is there something that would have gotten... I guess Seagull would have been enough if you just played the squirrel. So Unseen has Heat Wave left. Force Protector is key. I should have stopped him round 1. Yeah. And Rena, you failed, and now they're gonna take over the world. So Soul will make sure the deck thins enough. But this is kind of a brick. Okay, what are we doing?
Got my scar?
Playing Sov now? Okay. No need to worry about Ragnarok, I guess. Well, Fukusia can trigger it. Yeah.
Won't pay us in gold, pay us in blood.
You can Fukusia into, like,
We'll get that fixed in no time.
Burn on.
I promise.
If you really wanted to. Get the value from the Skirmisher. But probably unnecessary. Combi, oh! Combi's an excellent choice, actually. Because you know the last 2 cards are going to be chonky. Come on, you have to. Sea of Clowns, come on, don't disappoint. Went for the Fukusia. Tragic.
Your descendants, my beloved. Sacrifices for Melusi, one and all.
As
Let's not get in the way of the art.
Aye, aye, soon as I finish my pint.
Best drown yourself with those damn nets.
GG. Unseen Cultists will lose 23 to 52, even if they put 31 to 52. And Sea of Clowns with a dominant performance goes 3-0 in the finals. Yeah, disqualified for not taking the combi. Honestly. How do you not combi there? You're up 2-0. You gotta go for the combi. GG Cultist. You smorked well. We enjoyed it. I'm gonna play a couple of games just to get because my YouTube friends have been asking me to put some padding at the end so they don't know when a series is gonna end. Is there a deck you guys want to see from the tournament? This is your first tournament made it to the finals? Well done. You did well. What did Ouija bring? Wholesome Dandelion Meave. We got a Shoop Imposter. Kraken Mentors. And Spell and Tell. It's a good lineup. I've only made the finals once and I had to face Viavon. Pepe heads. GG Beetlegruff. Well played, except for that last game. You broke everyone's heart when you didn't play combi. How do you not take the combi? Yes, I know it's a slight risk, but you're up 2-0 in the tournament, and you had a combi, and you didn't take the combi. What do you have to say for yourself? All right. Did he play around it? It's not about that. It's not about it being the right play. Your play was obviously the correct one. But you gotta reach for the stars, man. It's a community tournament. If you're not gonna combi when you're 2-0 YOLO, combi was actually more points. There you go. You won final in the first game because that matchup, you were worried about your assimilate deck getting through, and once it did, you knew the other ones you wouldn't have an issue with. Or was it more like mentally after your opponent double leadered and you still won the round? Yeah. That's a really good matchup for assimilate, right? At least I guess unless I was playing G Blue against Red Coin Shoops. Ah. You had already prepared a strategy for that situation.
Pride is all we've left.
Yeah, his last two cards in round one were Illusionist and Ointment. I don't think he counted his engine value. He could have He could have forced the Vigo. Okay. My first time playing this deck. A long time ago, I watched, like, do I mulligan the compass here? Where's my discard? I have a Scald, I guess. Do you usually mulligan the Morkvarg? Since you play Darren, or is it just Darren's like a oh.
Hey, listen here.
I guess I still do this.
Crack and eat me girly. Looky here.
Already played for 11. Is this like a Maddock deck? Don't give him an Archer, please. Actually, Archer would be fine. I could just play Seagulls. What do you even play here? Like, this is gonna die anyway, so. But if I was playing a Sabertooth deck, I would be running Lacerate or Crushing Traps. So this might not be the greatest thing. Abordage. What do we do next? Okay, there's a unit.
I could drown
We lock that. Easy.
Haven't got all day.
We just hope there's no Purify. Hitting your own unit to get the birds? Yeah. Seagull, 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 seagull. We have a command for that. Archer. This doesn't have melee, right?
What's this on one?
I don't think we can really contest this round anymore. Like, Art is a card I can play, but then I'm giving Sabertooth value because I have to play it in melee. Like, if he had played Oniro, I might play a Squirrel, but... Promise no unit often has Curse of Corruption. True. Do you mulligan Compass in a situation like this? Or do you mulligan squirrel?
Spit it out already. I don't have all day.
I don't think I can. There's anything I can do about that. We could just play Care Troll and see what we get. Because he's definitely playing. Like doesn't play this and leader just to pass. So we don't have to worry about him. Like it's not like we can wait on this. Is what I'm trying to say.
We'll greet it with fire and iron.
I guess I shouldn't play this because I might be discarding it after playing the Scald. Orbs. There's the meta.
We need 3 buckets of nails and a tub full of pegs.
No meta, just a sapper. Huh. Do you Ragnarok now? No rush, right? But it does kind of like make it awkward for him, doesn't it? Scald first.
Don't you pester me.
Nothing like
What I liked about Ragnarok was like denying him anything to hit. Like if he's got a bunch of control cards. This will play for 4 tempo. This will be 11. Let's go with this first.
We shall do it my way.
Maybe that was my squirrel turn. Yeah, it was.
Hide your stench.
I don't think they play a lot of bombs. I think it's like just for the thinning. I don't know. Before I played Ragnarok, would I have gone ahead with the squirrel? Art is in the meta now? Yeah, it got buffed. I mean, it's a 12%.
Onward, Fryhead!
No!
What's my Fukusia? Just depends on what he plays, right? Provision-wise, he's only played a Heatwave and a Sabertooth. There's definitely a Simless. Every deck has a Simless. But he already played 2 backup plants and a Harvest. He played Heatwave, so it's not Golden Necker. My brain dead monster deck, I could beat Handbuff. Well, Handbuff
Don't you
doesn't
worry
do great
yourself,
into
Chris.
engines, right?
We'll get it done in no time.
Oh, there was a Madoff. I think we just Heatwave it. Played 2 bombs.
At your age, at 2 centuries, you behave like you were barely
Okay, he
one.
did. He just bricked his. Okay.
Slaughter them to a man!
I hate portals.
I bet he plays art too, or he should. He should play Row Punish. He plays 2 Dragoons. Oh no, those are both from Harvest. One is from Harvest. They're both from Harvest. Wait, Thunderbolt? Is that the one that gives Zeal?
Pride is all we've left.
This says 3 Bloodthirst. One is 4.
Told you it'd be worth it.
Well, it can be good in Pirates. There's like a Pirates deck with Ragnarok that plays Art, but Art himself isn't a pirate, so generally the units you can't abordage it. You can't. There's a few
Death is only the beginning!
You can say goodbye.
Gewerter Teig Zimwed.
Does he have like Becker's Dark Mirror or some shit? Oh fuck, I played into Brahan.
Well, you're not my last.
Tragic. Tragic. I think a last card is Heatwave. No, you already played Heatwave. It's just Gord. Sag. Why Blob? I don't know. He seemed to have a lot of units. Do I win with something else? Classic Gwent song. Yeah. Okay, that'll be the end of the YouTube stream. We did that so that there would be no spoilers. Please leave a comment and subscribe for more Gwent content. Goodbye, YouTube.